Prime
What's
Time family, it's Seth Packan, and I'm here with Zach John King. How we doing?
what's up, man? I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So recently you just dropped a song called Space. Kind of tell us about that song.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. That was a fun one. I toured Europe this year for the first time ever, and I had like 3 weeks in a bunch of different cities out there, and I loved it. But like by day 20, I was like really ready to be back, particularly back in America, but also like back in my home. I missed like the wide open woods. I missed peace and quiet. I missed the whole, just to kind of get away from everything. So I got home from London on a red eye flight, and my publisher had booked me a write with Blake Pendergrass and Michael Lawton, who are two of my favorites in town. And I mean, I literally was like jet lagged, didn't want to write, but I was like, I can't cancel this ride. It's too good of a write. And so we walked in, and I just told him straight up, I was like, I miss space. I miss places to be where nobody else is there. And we wrote that thing in like 45 minutes. And Blake had a lot to do with that. He's a fast, brilliant writer, and I'm really proud of it. And playing it live has been a dream.
No, that's great. I bet a lot of fans and a lot of other artists out there can definitely relate to that song for sure. Uh,
Heck yeah.
so back in July, you put a song out called "Life Behind Bars" with a Baker Blankenship. Kind of tell us how that friendship came about, and the story behind that song.
Yeah, it's funny. Like that same Europe tour was how I met Baker. So we all went out, and I went out by myself. We did, we wanted to save a little money, and so I didn't go out with a band. I didn't go out with a manager. It was like me and three suitcases, and I got a really good itinerary. And so I was kind of like alone out there, and I got to Berlin, and I've been a huge fan of Baker's stuff before I met him,
Yeah.
and I saw his name on my green room, and we were sharing a green room in Berlin, and literally like that's how it started. Like he walked in, I said hey, we started hanging, and he's just a great dude, with an incredible voice. And so when the song came to be, we wanted a duet, but we didn't know who to pick, and like we wanted to feel unique and like somebody really that stood out. And so Baker kind of fit all of that for us, and I just honored to have him on the song. And yeah, it's a great one. I love it.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a great tune. So, you're on tour with Morgan Wallen. Tell us
Yeah.
about that and how crazy that's been.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts, man. I'm so grateful, so honored to just have the opportunity. Um, we we got the call uh 3 days ahead of time. What's now been like a month and some change ago, which is pretty wild. It's kind of flown by, but yeah, we knew he liked my music. We knew that. Um,
So
I had
you,
gotten word.
so like you can kind of say that Morgan kind of handpicked you for this tour, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds a little uppity, but yeah, I'll say this, I'll put it on him. He's a super great supporter of up and comers, and so he made the slot for me and invited me out, and I just couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity. And we're trying to take advantage of every single moment, and so we've just loved it, man. And like being going from like 200-person clubs to stadiums has been a wild ride, but also has like totally put in perspective what it takes to get there, like the work it takes. And so yeah, I'm just trying to enjoy it. I'm trying to take it in.
So do the nerves feel different, playing in front of those different types of crowds?
It's funny. Like I was more nervous. We had a headlining show at Carol's Pub in Chicago in between tour. We had like an off week. It's a Morgan Wallen tour, and so we had our own stuff. And we sold out Carol's Pub. It's like 215 people. And I think I was just as nervous for that show as I was for the stadium stuff. And I think because the stadiums are so big, you can you can get away with not having to like feel like every single person is staring you right in the face. Um, and then with the club shows, it's like if you cough, everybody can hear it. So a little more intimate there. But yeah, I mean the nerves are there. I think I've always heard, if you're nervous, it means you care. Um, I'm certainly learning how to handle that and trying to do a better job each week of, like I said, just like taking the moment in, because those first few shows were just a blur
Right.
because it's just the adrenaline rush.
Right. Yeah, no. So then I saw Morgan's. he's kind of bringing people out on the stage as well for a few of his songs. You were brought out recently for Up Down, I believe. Uh,
Yeah,
tell us how that like experience was.
it's crazy, man. It's like night two on the tour. I didn't think, I was like, he ain't gonna call me out. I had loved his show is sick, so I had watched the show the night before, um and yeah, we finished our set night two in Phoenix, and apparently he had watched it and was I think kind of did his homework and see if we were any good live, and yeah, was like, hey, you want to sing Up Down? And I didn't. I mean, I hadn't practiced for it. I love that song, but I was like, yeah, I'll do it. But I went in the green room and like ran verse two and chorus two for like 4 hours
Yeah.
just to make sure I had it. And then, you get up there and it's like, just, just do it. Like, trust your gut. I trusted myself, and Lord willing, it worked. And we've had fun each night being up there, and each night's a little different, which is fun. And like I said, I think the more we do, the more I'm like enjoying it. And I don't mean that to say I didn't enjoy the early ones. I was just so focused on like not messing anything up. And now I feel like I can just look around a little bit more and take it in a little bit more. So we're having a good time.
Right. So for new fans finding out about Zach John King, what is one thing you want them to know and what your music says about you?
Yeah, man. I always tell people like authenticity is my thing. I don't write a song I don't believe in. I don't write a song that's not true to me. Um, and I try not to chase like what I think is going to be a hit over what I think is authentic to me. And so, I hope you listen to songs that I put out and you feel immediately connected to the fact that like what you see is kind of what you get. And I hope we deliver that live too. And I hope that people see it and connect with it. I mean, that's all you can ask in country music, And um, I think I'm most proud of that. Like I can hear my song and go, yeah, I believe every word of that. It's my story. Nobody else, nobody else wrote it for me trying to get a hit. Nothing wrong with that, but like that's just not how I do things. So
Absolutely. Well, Primetime Family, you heard it first. This was Zach John King. Go check him out on all platforms. Go check him out on the road. Zach, you want to say anything before we head out?
hey, we got plenty of music left in the tank, plenty of shows left. We'll see you out there. Yes, sir. Thank you for
All
having
right.
me.
Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, dog.